Hello my friends and welcome to another pick a card reading. I hope you're all doing really well. It's really good to have you here, and welcome to all of my new subscribers. If you're new here, it's really beautiful to have you here. Hello everyone and welcome to another pick a card reading. I hope you're all doing really well. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, it's really good to have you back. I really appreciate all of your love and support, and yeah, I'm just really following my intuition with these readings and seeing what happens. And that's quite strange because right now we've got a reading that is about following your intuition. So what does your intuition really want to say to you? What is your intuition trying to tell you? You've got 3 piles to choose from. Pile 1 is this beautiful Milky quartz. Pile 2 is this beautiful green calcite. And pile 3 is this blue Aragonite. So 3 piles to choose from. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Timestamps will be in the description box below, my friends, and I'll see your reading. Bye. Hello pile 1 and welcome to your reading. So you chose this beautiful Milky quartz, and you know, I redid this reading. I'm redoing this reading because I started doing it last night, but I didn't finish it. And something said to me, redo the whole set of readings. I think I should do a thing where all of the readings that I don't do and I think are too much, I put them into a special place and you can pay to view them, because the reading was pretty intense. I was taking no prisoners. But this time, I don't know, we're in the daylight now, so let's see what happens. Now, I'm following the same thing where I see that this is like almost like a contained little globule of milk with the Milky quartz. So, you know, the emphasis here is boundaries. Being soft and gentle, but having boundaries so that you actually understand what you are. But you can still be firm and gentle in your approach. And that's what I'm sensing here. So your intuition is either being like that towards you. It's either being firm and gentle towards you. It's trying to push you in the right direction to kind of ascertain some kind of boundaries. There is something that you personally need to be a little bit more firm about and ascertain your own boundaries personally. But there is a push towards that gentleness, that calmness. It may even be that you are a calming person within a situation and people are trying to test you, but you're not having any of it. So let's place that here to amplify the energy of the reading. And let's have a look at what card is here. Okay, we've got flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Now, I'm not going to lie, like, because I redid this reading, this card has remained the same. Everything else is new. So I did kind of know that this was about boundaries, but I did say pretty much exactly the same thing. But I'm thinking if anything else new is coming up now. It's still about boundaries. It's still about, you know what I'm seeing? Like I see this globule of milk, or I see this, you know, even water has, you know, when, you know, have you seen those little animals on the tops of ponds, those little insects called pond skimmers, and they like sit on the top of the water? So I think it's really important to, like, you know, even though it doesn't look like you have a boundary, yes, there is a definitive boundary that's soft but gentle. Soft, gentle but firm. So that's really interesting. Okay, so let's see what your intuition wants to say, pile 1. It's so interesting when I redo these readings because, you know, things come out very differently. They never come out the same. It's like a kaleidoscope, or, you know, it never comes out the same, even though we have certain elements that are the same. So, you know, like you can take the similar picture of something, but it still won't be the same. Wow, look at that new moon. And while I do this, we are in a new moon / the eclipse happened yesterday. I will take another one. Wow, Hygeia. Okay. Now I do have to look that up, so bear with me. So, my friends, Hygeia is the daughter of Asclepicus, which is obviously where the name of hygiene comes from. But what I would say is that you may be getting some warning signs about how you taking care of yourself is causing you to like your boundaries to kind of wane. Because sometimes when we are not in a space where we are, you know, at our full health, our optimum health, everything's working properly, just like a machine, sometimes we can compromise on certain things. And this new moon is urging you, this new moon card is urging you to put yourself in a much better position, or like that you are in a better position to reset that. You have an opportunity to reset your boundaries right now. And, you know, it's interesting. It's like, you know, when you go to a particular restaurant or something like that, you know, and maybe you're in a country that you don't really know, and you decide that, oh, okay, you know, I'll just go to this restaurant rather than really researching and looking on Google or whatever to see whether or not it's any good. Maybe it might be something that you do when you're at home, but if you're on holiday, you kind of just go for, you know, just see whatever. And in the end, you end up like lowering your standards in a way, because you're like, oh my gosh, you know, we could have gone to somewhere really nice. And we could have done something, we could have gone somewhere really nice. So in the end, you know, you go to this restaurant and it's not as good, and then you end up getting some food poisoning or not feeling that great. So it's that kind of thing. Let's have a look at some things. Let's have a look at what is your intuition trying to tell you. So it might be saying that you want to be a little bit more careful with what you say yes to and whatnot. I've shuffled this card, but I don't want to turn it over yet, so I'm going to just do the tarot first. What is your intuition trying to tell you? Wow, nice. Okay. So your intuition, okay. Interesting. God, that devil card's a bit weird, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, there's definitely an element of settling of a list. God, this is a very different reading from the one I did last night. I think you may be tricking yourself into something that you might think that you want, but you don't. Yeah, it feels like because of all of these hands that are reaching up to this pentacle, it may be that because lots of people want it, you want it. You know that thing when loads of people want something, then its value goes up? Yeah, there's a bit of that. But it's actually something that you would never go for. I don't like that devil card at all. It's awful. Oh, it's very unsettling. God, her nose is even red, so that's like the sign of an addict. There's something that's being used as like a drug here. And it's playing on hopes and dreams. On people's sense of lack. I feel like you're dealing with either a work situation, a group situation. There's lots of people here. I don't feel like there's a lot. I don't see lots of people like generally But I feel like there's a lot of people here, that lots of people are vying for the same thing. You know, we've got all of these fishes around this one cup. We've got all of these hands around this one pentacle. And the 9 of Cups usually is the wish card, but is also the cup of being satiated and feeling satisfied. And it feels like this is preying on hunger. And I think that there's something about you, it's like, I think you know, that's what your intuition is telling you. Your intuition is telling you that this is a red flag, quite literally a red flag. And that if you were in a much stronger position, you probably wouldn't be accepting this, be it behavior thing, whatever. Okay, so we've got square reversed. Yeah, I definitely feel like this is something that that is going under the radar. It's something that preys on people's weaknesses. Square is usually like a challenge within the hand. That's one of the things I do know in palmistry. Yeah, those are the challenges, and the kind of, I don't know, I just feel like it's things that are going, that you haven't taken care of fully. And the fact that the positioning is just on the little finger, it's almost like it's coming through the back door in a way, through somewhere that you haven't seen, somewhere that you're not suspecting. I really dislike this card. I really do. I'm actually quite shocked at how much I dislike it. You know, like there are some devils that I really like some devil cards I really like, but this one is really unsettling. I think it's because it looks too real for me. I'm actually feeling quite nauseous looking at it. Okay, so we've got Justice. Can I see both? Is that all right? Okay, we've got the 7 and the, yeah, perfect. Queen of Wands, clarified by the Hermit. Wow, we've got some big players now. The Devil, 8 of Cups. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, is it? I don't know. Judgment. Oh, God, all the big players are coming out. Oh my God, 4 major arcana here. Pile 1. This is really interesting. So first and foremost, that this is meant to happen. This deficiency or whatever it is meant to happen to flag something up to you quite important. Yeah, this is quite literally a flag, a red flag. It's something that you walked away from. It could be like a group of people. It could be a lifestyle. It could be a habit. But it's something that's still... Okay, I'm going to tell you something. In shamanic practices, the idea of having an addiction or something, or like a hungry ghost, which is kind of, to quote Gabor Mate, he actually worked extensively with addicts and in addiction clinics. And that's what he calls it, the hungry ghost. He calls it the realms of the hungry ghosts. And in shamanic terms, that's exactly what they are. So my shamanic teacher told me that we are like doilies. Now, a doily is a beautiful kind of lace, almost like a coaster that you put something on so that it doesn't hurt the table or it doesn't mark the table. So, for example, like these candles here, you would put, or the candle holder, you would put like a doily underneath so that they wouldn't mark the table over time. And they are made out of lace or maybe wool, a very fine wool, but they're made out of lace and they're full of holes. So my teacher said that that's exactly what we're like. And what happens is that either good or positive or negative things enter those holes. And when it comes to an addiction, usually it's something negative that goes into that hole and then is looking for feeding. Now, we have these, like these are kind of standard. We all have them. I have them. Everybody has them. And they're almost like little parasites, which we all have on us. The thing is that some are bigger than others. And particularly when I see certain people who are addicted, I can see like certain things which, you know, are eating. They're like constantly hungry. And what I'm seeing here is that with judgment not being upright, with judgment reversed, it's almost like not getting something that you want feeds this need to want something else. So whatever this is, it's feeding on you a little bit. It's feeding on it's feeding on a global kind of thing. I feel like this is almost like a collective reading, you know, because we've got so many major arcana here, 4 major arcana. The Hanged Man is the other way around. So I think that only certain people can see it and some people can't. I think that it's very much like that. Yeah, I definitely feel like certain people will see, particularly the ones that are like just doing their own thing and taking care of themselves. But there is, to a certain extent, a sense of ignorance that that stops people from seeing the truth. And I think to a certain extent that that's what your intuition is telling you about. It's telling you that there's a red flag about something that is to do... Now, I don't normally do readings about health, but this seems to be something to do with that. I'm not going to say exactly what, because I don't know. But it's something that you know. And it's to do with a habit. It's to do with a habit that you may have stopped doing or something. So, yeah. So your intuition is flagging that up to you, Pile 1. You know what I'm talking about. Let this only be a confirmation and not anything else. This reading should only confirm what you already know. And remember, this is a general reading, so please only take what resonates, discard the rest. If you want a personal reading, then we can really look into it. Okay, so we've got snake and we've got links. So we've got transmutation of emotion and hidden truths. So, I mean, you know, there's definitely something. There's definitely something that's happening. I don't think it's anything insidious. I don't think it's something that's being planned against you. I just think it's the way of the world in terms of like how people take advantage of situations, or businesses take advantage of certain situations, and then they see that this is happening, so they're like, okay, this is like a keyhole, something that we can exploit. So that's what I feel is happening. So listen to your intuition at Pile number 1. Okay, to close out this reading, let's give you one of these beautiful cards, one of my favorite decks at the moment, the Zeppelin Moon deck, Zeppelin Moon Oracle. All decks will be listed down below in the description box. Wow, I love it. Get in the sea. Get in the sea. Get in the sea. If you can't get in the sea, get in a salt bath. Most brilliant way to be able to cleanse yourself and look after yourself. But get in the sea. Sea is very good for grieving. Very good for cleansing. Very good for cutting off any energetic ties or anything like that. As I said, if you can't get in the sea, do a salt bath. Look at footage of the sea, images of the sea, listen to the sea, maybe have some seashells or something like that and meditate with them. But yeah, that will really help. So Pile 1, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hoped it was helpful. If you did like it, please do give it a thumbs up. Like this video, because this is how the algorithm, the strange and mysterious algorithm, can find or can help other people to find my video. Have a beautiful day, night, morning, evening, whenever you're choosing to watch this. And remember that honesty is always key. Bye. Pile 2, hello and welcome to your reading. So you chose this beautiful green calcite. And you know, the feeling I have with this stone is that I really like this stone, but I'm not really appreciating the waxy kind of cover that's over it. You know, it's been plastic coated. I think like because calcite has quite a, don't know if I've got anything else that's calcite, but most of the time calcite can chip. Oh yeah, I do have calcite here. So calcite, but this is optical calcite, so it's a little bit more glassy, and it also has this kind of structure, but as you can see, like it can kind of chip. You can really tell the difference as well. Like you can see that there's no kind of coating on this, whereas this, that actually, you can actually feel that there's some coating on this, like it feels like plastic. So I don't know if there's something that is stopping you from kind of, you're guarding your heart, and it's stopping you from allowing things in, because the healing properties of calcite is about cleansing the heart chakra and cleansing your energy systems in order for you to be able to receive. So I think there's a blockage going on there, and your intuition is telling you about that. Okay, so we've got desk, pay attention to your work. So I don't know if there may be some kind of, you know, blockage that you might have that is stopping you from being your best at work, or in a work situation. That's so interesting, because last night that isn't what the reading came up with. It came up with something completely different. Yeah, I was saying to pile 1, what happened was that I did these readings last night. I did, but I only did the first 2 and I got too tired. So I did I decided to redo the readings. And even though like these 2 are the same, I don't know what these are. So the readings are different every time. And last night that was completely different. So it's really interesting. Even the meaning of this card was different. Okay, so we've got waxing crescent moon, and then we've got Neptune. Wow. Okay. So I don't know. It may be something that you're holding on to that might be disallowing you to be able to be your best at work. I think something might be happening there. Let me have a look at the tarot first. Okay, what is pile 2's intuition trying to tell them? What is pile 2's intuition trying to tell them? What is pile 2's intuition trying to tell them? I absolutely adore the backs of these cards, you know, because we have, depending on whether they're upright or reversed, we have the dog and then we have the heron. Beautiful. Okay, let's have a look. So we've got the 5 of Swords reversed. We have the World. We have Temperance reversed. We have the 8 of Swords. Sorry, I just realised that I'm not speaking into the mic. So sorry if the volume is not that great. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. We had the Ace of Pentacles reversed, like the upright in the other position for pile 1. So what I'm sensing here, pile 2, is that there is definitely some holding on to a situation that you don't need to. I feel a bit with this, I felt a bit the saying, a dog with a bone. So it's almost like you're not letting go of something, which is interesting because something has ended. I don't know whether or not that you're choosing to not recognize that it's over, but there is something that's disallowing you to move forward, and it's something that's of high emotion. Your intuition is telling you to let it go. It's quite cold here. I opened all the windows. I don't know if you know, like, you know, usually it's really good to like open your windows to let any energy out, and I did that, and now I'm really cold. So I'm warming up slowly with my beautiful tea. And the reason why I'm telling you that is that, I don't know, it's really interesting. That might, simple things like that might be a distraction to the work that you need to do. You know, you may be needing to get on with something, but actually you're getting distracted by other things. And that's actually bringing you massively out of balance. There's something not being faced here. It'd be really interesting to see what that is exactly. Let's have a look. What is it with my pile twos? What is pile two's intuition trying to tell them? What is pile two's intuition trying to tell them? Okay, something's going on here. Wow. There's something about commitment here. Okay. That's better. Not accepting defeat, a completion, a massive imbalance, the inability to be able to let go, and a lost opportunity. And also thinking that too many people are going for this opportunity. Five of Swords is clarified by the 10 of Wands. The World is clarified by the 9 of Wands. I want this one. Temperance is clarified by the Ace of Cups. Good. Okay, Judgment wants to go there. And then the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. Wow. God, these readings. So 10 of Wands reversed. I don't know. You're really sticking to something. You know, you had a choice whether or not to walk away from something, and you're like, no, I'm going to give this another go. I'm determined to make this work. You know what this situation reminds me of? It reminds me of you trying to attack or approach a certain subject by doing the same thing. It's a problem, and you're trying to use the same way of dealing with it. You're trying to do something. Yeah. Because, right, 9 of Wands is clarifying, like, you know, there's a massive sense of defensiveness that's going on here. And you're very vulnerable as well. So interesting how she's got nothing on in there, all fully clothed. No misogyny here. So, yeah, what I feel is that there's this sense of you feeling very vulnerable. Almost like you don't have what you need. In a way, almost being exploited. And I don't know, with the Ace of Cups being there upright, it may be that you believe that you are receiving more than you actually, you know, there's some benefits. It's almost like you're in a bit of a weird job. There are benefits, but there are a lot of cons. There's a lot of things that are not great about it, but you know, you kind of stay for the benefits. And then we've got the Knight of Pentacles here, which is clarifying the 8 of Swords. I don't think you're really acting, you're not listening to yourself. You're not taking the time to really understand what it is that you need. And the Ace of Pentacles with Judgment reversed, you're not answering the call. So you're definitely not listening to yourself about this. Why are you not listening to yourself, Pile 2? Why are you not listening to your intuition? Let's have a look what the other cards say, because I'm not going to pull any more tarot. Grill. Okay, interesting. That's so interesting. That's so interesting. Can you see that? No coincidences. No coincidences. Right, okay. Let's reverse. So it's almost like a mirror image. Right. And I'm just going to double check what grill is in the book. I don't think it's the best thing. So grills crisscrossing of the lines can be found in various places of the palm and indicate an imbalance. They can partially or completely contradict the indications on the mount on which they can be found. They should be observed so that you don't make your success illusory. To confront them is to face difficulty. They can irritate or act like a magnet. I don't know what that means. Irradiant? Irradiant? That doesn't sound like irradiant. I don't know what that word is. Basically, they need your attention. Difficulties and setbacks that can sometimes teach us true happiness. True happiness is the happiness that we share. From imbalances, we can learn new ways of being part of a relationship, sharing joy and learning, because courage is not the absence of fear or not being afraid to be wrong. It comes from the ability to take chances by facing adversity. There's a lack of risk-taking here. And I don't know, I feel like the emotions are ruling oneself. So there's a need to kind of like maintain some kind of like, maintain some, it's like you're protecting yourself. And I mean, you know, you've got this is not just like, I don't know if you noticed, but this is like bigger than any of the other crystals, but it wanted to be used. It's quite a chunky crystal. It's quite big, like. It's not like group ones, you know, group ones, that's how big it was. So, you know, there's a lot here. You've got quite a lot to go around, but it seems like you're being, there's a little bit of like scarcity mindset. We don't have the thingy, the Five of Pentacles, but still we do have the Five of Swords. So there is a little bit of defensiveness, a little bit of like, you know, kind of self-preservation going on here. And I think that's what's actually causing this kind of, because it's a zombie and it's also grey. And when I see that, I almost see like it's dead, even though that there's so much going on underneath the surface. And that's where the conflict is coming, particularly with this Ace of Cups. Now, the Ace of Cups is upright, so this is a very good thing. So I don't know. I think you are getting telltale signs of what you need to do. And I think you have to buck up the courage to listen to it. You do. Because to be fair, there's nothing really major that's stopping you. It's only really you. I don't know why you're not listening to it. I think coming back to the stone, I think it's because you feel like you might have too much to lose. So you want to protect yourself. But I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. Wow, hen, maternal approach. I did see a hen somewhere. Is it here? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so two things here. This could either be something about how you approach, how maybe your parents approached you, like maternally. Maybe you're not mothering yourself. Maybe you're smothering. Maybe there's too much mothering going on. Waxing crescent moon reversed. Waning crescent moon reversed. That means there's a lack of looking internally. So, yeah, I definitely feel like there's a denial of intuition here. I don't read these cards upside down. I didn't feel to at the moment. But because the Judgment card is reversed, that for me is a big red flag to say that you're not listening to your intuition. In fact, you may be even like blocking your ears out a bit. You may be distracting yourself. And then you're starting to see how that's affecting you. You can listen to it if you want to. You can do. I think you might acknowledge it there. Because at the moment, like what you want is the dove. You don't really want the hen. Even though the hen is something that's important. It might be something, it might be a way that maybe, you know, a maternal figure reacted to you or did something when you were younger, or they reacted that way within a certain situation, and you're like, okay, and then you find yourself that you're repeating the same patterning. That's what I saw initially. So that might be something to look out for. I'm seeing the feather here, so as well, if your mother is not here, or like your maternal the person who was the maternal influence in your life, if they're not here, then I think, you know, they're asking you to reassess your situation. Okay, last card to close out your reading, pile 2. There are wonderful faces in deep, dark places. I love that face. It's so cute. So what I get from that is that you have, like, taking a risk. Taking a risk will get you further than you will ever be, rather than not taking a risk. So do it, pile 2. You'll be all right. You'll be fine. There's nothing to be afraid of. You'll be okay. Yeah. Take a risk. I think it's good. Obviously, a calculated risk. I wouldn't say just go and do whatever, but, you know, just remember, don't say stagnant, because this is what this is saying. It's there's stagnancy going on here, and it needs to move. And you want to move, and you have that. You know that that is exactly what you need to do in order to make things better. But your defensiveness is kind of getting in the way. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up, my friends. If you do like the video, then the mysterious algorithm can find my video and recommend it to other people who may need to see it. Do share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment if you wish. But otherwise, my friends, have a beautiful morning, day, evening, night, whenever you choose to watch this. And remember that honesty is always key. Bye. Pile 3, hello and welcome to your reading. So you chose this gorgeous blue Aragonite. And it's a very beautiful cloudy blue. It reminds me of clouds in the sky. Allowing your intuition to soar high and to vocalize the beautiful things that your mind can see with its eye. That just came out. I don't know why. That also rhymed as well. So, I don't know. There's something maybe artistic, poetic. Definitely see like the froth of the sea, but I also feel the clouds of the sky. This is about you know, increasing your confidence and your self-worth, and it lessens the pain of anger and unneeded stress. So there's something here about your intuition developing that for you. Now, what's really interesting is that yesterday I did this reading before, and I only did pile 1 and pile 2, and I was too tired to do pile 3. So I saw what their stone was and their card was, but I didn't see pile 3. So this is completely new and free and open. Wow, like a diamond. Right, okay. So you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Wow. Love that. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Okay, let's have a look at what the astrology is saying for you, pile 3. Okay, so we've got Chiron, and then we've got the 5th house. Wow, okay. So there's definitely something to do with expression and the expression that you give. So I don't know, pile 3, if you are feeling, oh, sorry, I had to have a stretch there. If you are feeling that you need to express yourself, there's something you need to give to the world. I don't know if it's like a post, a drawing, a poem, whatever it is, there is something that you need to give, or you need to, like, there's something that is urging you to, I don't know, I feel like this is giving something, because we have Chiron here. Chiron is about the wounded healer. It's about healing others. And because we have this kind of like blue aspect, and because 5th house is related to the arts, it's also related to Leo. There's something about you, I feel like a gift is definitely, I think in the giving you receive, and maybe you haven't been doing that. Maybe you were supposed to be giving, maybe you were supposed to do some kind of project. Maybe you were supposed to do a painting with someone. Maybe you were supposed to be involved in some kind of artistic project. Maybe you were supposed to run a workshop. Maybe you were supposed to do something and you didn't do it. Or maybe you were a bit afraid to do it. Maybe you felt like you weren't able to do it. Maybe you weren't, your confidence wasn't there about you running this workshop or something. There's something about you being able to give a gift. Even if it is just an email with a photo of something which you just thought would be really nice for someone to have. That might be something here. So follow your intuition in terms of your gifts. It's similar like with these readings. I feel that I get a bit nervous. Like I did this reading previously and I didn't trust myself with it. That would be going against your intuition to kind of do it. But I don't know, I reconsidered and I thought to myself, no, I'll redo the whole set of readings, which I'm really glad that I did. But there's a lot of creativity that's gone there. And I was thinking about putting it into a space where only, if you accessed it on Patreon or something like that, they'd be like, because I've done so many readings that I've been too scared to upload. So, if they were like in a secret vault or in a secret space where people paid to see them, then, they might prove really useful for some people. So it's that kind of thing where you are allowing yourself to express yourself. Okay. Wow. You have to get out there. That's a given. It's really important for you to get out there and give your gift. I think that some people may be jealous of your gift. Okay, there's either two things. Either you've done something that may be a little bit treacherous, or there may be people who are, in a way, I wouldn't even go so far as working against you. They want to shut you up. They don't want you to do your gift. I don't think you're being paranoid. I think actually there is external forces at work. And because I see 6 swords here, even though it's 7, I see 6 here. Actually, we have 8 in total. 9. Yeah, so 6 swords, it's something that you thought you walked away from or you got away from, but actually it's come back to teach you something. It's in a way trapped you, stopped you from being able to vocalize yourself and be true to yourself and express who you really are. And it also plagues you that you can't do it. It's really important that you do it. But people need your gift, but I don't know. The 8 of Swords is kind of like what's coming up here, because we've got the 7 and then we've got another sword and then another sword. So we have 7, 8, 9, which are quite intense, difficult cards. So, and with the Ace of Swords reversed, that means that you're just not allowed to communicate what you're supposed to communicate. You're just not allowed to do it. The Queen of Swords is belligerent talk to oneself. It usually means like a not so nice female. I would see that more, the bitchiness, as more kind of like the Queen of Wands, but it could be as well that you might have been influenced by someone who was above you or somebody that you respected, and then they put you down. Or they may have provided an example that you're following and, it's actually not very good for you. Temperance, I think like the thing I'm seeing here is the wings, like on her arms, because Temperance is meant to be an angel. So you do have some sense of angelic guidance that is guiding you. But even though you've got the Hermit, what I'm seeing here is that I literally have just been looking at birds of prey. Like just before this reading, I was just checking out birds of prey. And this bird is reversed, so then that means that there's something about not going and getting it, even though you were out there. So there's something about your own sense of you need to, I wouldn't say so much as putting yourself out there, but it's almost like you have to put yourself out regardless of what other people think, you know, because I don't think that people are going to, you know, not everyone's going to like peaches. You know, it's that whole saying, like, you may be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world, but not everybody's going to like peaches. And be aware of who you trust. Okay, so we've got the Five of Pentacles here. The King of Pentacles. Interesting. The Knight of Swords. And Strength reversed, yeah. It's a real disservice that you're not putting yourself out there like you need to. Your intuition is saying that you need to shine bright like a diamond. That's what I heard as soon as I saw that. Yeah, bright like a diamond. I don't know, you may be like facing some shadow stuff, like some personal shadow stuff. And I mean, you are starting to move out of it. You are. But there is some kind of stuff that's going on under the surface. It's almost like pile 3, that you know that you can achieve this thing, but you have got this internal dialogue that's very, very, that's not very nice. And that internal dialogue might have been the result of somebody talking to you in a certain way. The Knight of Swords and also the Seven of Swords. Yeah, it's really stopping you from putting yourself out there. And the longer you leave it and you don't do this, and you don't shine like a diamond, and you don't do what you're supposed to be doing, and you don't put yourself out there, it actually weakens you. Like with every passing moment. So this is really important, part 3. You need to make moves and do this, whatever it is. Because people need you massively. Okay, so let's have a look. Some other cards. Okay, so we've got Destiny here, and it's reversed. I mean, we don't have Judgment here, but I don't know, it does feel a bit like you're not accepting your destiny when I see that. You're not believing in your destiny, I might go as far to say. You may not believe that it's something that you could do, or that you want to do, or that it really is you, that it's other people and it's not you. Okay, we've got 2 here. Nice. We've got Butterfly, transition into the soul, and we've got Doggy, friendship dog. This is so lovely. So I would say you need to watch out who you can trust. Know who your friends are. Make an offering of friendship. There is a real sense of transformation. And also adhering to what your soul's purpose is. I don't necessarily believe in soul because I don't know. But there is this sense of like being true to one's own sense of spirit in terms of purpose. You know, if there is something calling you, go for it. You know, don't deny it. Yeah. By the way, just to let you know, it's not that I don't believe in soul. I just don't know. I said we don't know, and I don't like using the term "hello, beautiful souls" because I don't know what that energy is, and I'm not gonna. My Mars in Virgo disallows me in being able to say souls, but I do understand the concept. It's more about the embodiment of the energy that is housed within our 3D reality that is occurring right now. That would be more accurate to me, FYI. Okay, right, so to close out the reading. Wow, the crush releases the perfume. I love this card, these cards so much. Pile 3, this is pretty self-explanatory. The colour blue here is very prevalent for you. Even the moon looks slightly blue. Pile 3, I don't know what else to say. It's really clear. You need to go out and do your thing. Stop thinking about it and go do it. Just go do it. You've got nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Pile 3. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up, because if you like it, then other people can find it on the mysterious algorithm and they may need it. So please do like this video if you did like it. But otherwise, have a beautiful morning, evening, night, day, whenever you're choosing to watch this. And remember, my beautiful, beautiful collective, thank you so much. And honesty is always key. Bye.